Imagine losing your only child and grieving because you have done what the church has advised you to do. You follow the doctrine. This is the situation that an African mother finds herself today. Her only child, she's grieving this child. Let me know in the comment section whether you think that this mom is responsible for her ordeal or you think that the church has any way contributed to the death of this baby. Frank is my name. For those seeing my face for the first time on this channel, we share content to inform and educate our audience. Knowledge, they say, is power. There is no substitute to information. Let's hear from this mother and I'll come back. Leave your comment, whether you blame the church or you blame the followers of the church.
I lost my baby because of my church doctrine. My church, the church I attend, of which I don't want to mention name, frowns on anything medication. So this is the church I was born into. We don't take medicine because we believe we can never be sick. We don't take anything because we believe also that our body is for God and no mankind medication, anything mankind can have any effect on the body. We cannot be sick, hence we don't take any medication. When the sickness comes, we command it and it goes away. This is how I've lived all my life because that was the church my parents were attending before they gave birth to me. Everything was cool until I grew up, got married, and got pregnant. Because of her church doctrine, I was not attending antenatal. I was doing everything in the house. No antenatal. I was eating healthy. And I wasn't taking any multivitamins, nothing for pregnancy. As well as living natural. But when I got to the third trimester, I started having complications. I started falling sick. I started feeling weak. And then I, on my own accord, tried to visit a doctor without my family, my husband, my parents knowing about it. I went to visit a doctor, and the doctor ran some checks up on me, and it came out that I was suffering from pre-eclampsia. And I need to be hospitalized. I came home with sad face. I came to tell my husband about it, and he got angry. He was so pissed why I should go to the hospital. He told me to have faith. I cried. My family, his family, everybody was supporting him. I cried, but I had no option than to stay home. Until one night I was sleeping, and then I got unconscious. They prayed, they did everything, but nothing was to avail. So my husband had to rush me to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, they told the doctor not to give me any medication because they don't believe in it. They should give me IV, they should give me but medication, no. The doctor said they cannot do without medication. And also I needed an emergency CS because my blood pressure has risen so high. If I don't get the emergency CS, I could have brain injury. I could die. So my husband agreed, and then the CS was conducted on me. CS without medication, is it even possible? No. The doctors didn't agree. So the doctors applied medication, and my husband and family got angry with the doctors that if anything should happen to me, they'll blame the hospital for it. So the doctor's hands were tied, but they did it. When came out, my baby came out with a lot of problems. A lot of problems. We slept in the NICU for 1 month. And then finally, my baby gave up. He had brain injuries. He was more function. His stomach was out. A lot of complications that I don't want to talk about it. And then ever since then, I've vowed not to go to that church again. My husband is threatening me with divorce if I don't go to that church. He's blaming me that it was because of me that we lost the baby because I didn't have faith enough. And he said his parents, my parents, had us in the same church. They had faith. They had us. Nothing was wrong with us. But because of my less faith, because I wanted to take medicine, because of it, God left me. And that is how I have found myself where I am today.
So the question I'm asking today is, do you blame the woman, or if that woman was your sister, would you advise her to remain in that marriage, given that the husband is now threatening her that he wants to divorce her? Mind you, this is not a problem that is peculiar to only Africans. A family of Sarah, this young girl you are seeing on your screen, her family refused to give the young girl medication when she was diagnosed with diabetes. This young girl's life could have been preserved. But because the church teachings is that you must not take medication because your body is the temple. And they believe that when you are a true believer, that no sickness can go into your body because your body has been purified. Your body is holy. It will kill any sickness. Now, this African woman that I showed you before, as we are speaking, as she's grieving her only child who died because the church made it very, very clear to her that none of their followers will ever take medication. Let me know what your views are in the comment section, whether you would encourage this woman to go and plead with her husband and the church, because the husband is making it very, very clear that he will divorce the wife because the wife is the one that is responsible for the death of their only child because she did not follow the church teaching and she even attempted to go to the hospital. Do you agree? Do you think that, are you a follower of religion that you believe 100%? When the church say don't drink water, you won't drink water. When the church say don't speak to somebody, you won't speak to somebody because of the church's teaching. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. The sad reality is that as we speak today, a woman has now passed, the baby has now passed because the church made it very, very clear that you must not take medication. This problem is very, very prevalent around the world. There is another story of a woman who was diagnosed with chemotherapy. He was diagnosed with cancer. The family said, do not take chemotherapy. It is poisonous. The body is temple and it is holy. Do not take it at all. When this woman eventually died because she followed the church's teaching, she ignored what medical advice that she must take chemotherapy. And this woman was diagnosed with chemotherapy that was curable at the stage where just give her chemotherapy, she's got a better chance. But her brother and the family insisted, the parents insisted that she must not undergo chemotherapy. And because she loves her family and because she listened to her family, she therefore ignored medical doctor's advice, and this lady has died. We have seen 3 people today. An African woman who is grieving as we speak today. The question I'm asking, do you blame the church or do you blame the followers of the church that believe 110% in the teaching of the church that they cannot use their own common sense? They believe that the church is 110% right in everything that they say, and therefore they are not going to use their own common sense because they are following the teaching of the Christ of the church. Let me know, the husband who is now saying that he wants to divorce the wife. Do you think that the wife should leave that kind of relationship, or would you advise the woman to go and beg the man? The sad reality is that in Africa, you have pastors who tell their followers to drink anointing oil when they are sick. But when the pastors themselves are sick, they fly to some of the best doctors abroad for treatment. Pastors who tell their members to buy sticker and put it on their house for protection. But these pastors, they have bodyguards. They have people with guns protecting them. The question is that, why is it that the members cannot even think, say, hang on a minute, this pastor tells me that I should drink anointing oil when I'm not well? Why is it that the pastor goes abroad for medical checkup? Why is it that the pastor who told me that the sticker that I have will protect me, why is it that this same pastor, he has security, he has policemen following him around with gun? Why is it that this pastor himself cannot use the sticker that he's selling to me to protect himself? Do you think that is indoctrination, or do you think that the people have been so indoctrinated to the point that they have lost their common sense of thinking? The sad reality is that a baby who would not have died has died today because the parent followed the church doctrine 110%. Let me know what your views are in the comment section. If you know anyone who's following the same path